Morning, Spartans. Today's going to be a low of 48 and a high of 59. Have a good rest of your day.
What are you guys doing?
We're camping out.
Why?
Tonight, there's the College 101 night at 7 p.m. at the high school auditorium. Be there with your parent and guardian.
Be there.
Can you tell us what's going on tonight after school?
Yeah, so this is for seniors, and seniors, this is college month. We have a lot of things that we've been doing all month, but this is also the most important month to get your college applications in. A lot of schools do it for free in October, and Mr. Shansky and Mrs. Converse have been working with students at 2:30 each afternoon this week in C105. So today is the last day, but if you have questions, you don't know what you should put in your essay, what should I put on this section, this is the day that you can still check in with them at 2:30 C105, and they will help you get that finished.
Good afternoon, Spartans. This Friday is the Friday before Halloween, and I have some guidance for you if you are thinking about dressing up for Halloween. The couple things that you want to be aware of is the first, you must follow dress code for appropriate clothing. So we want to make sure that we're still following school rules for those things. There shouldn't be full face masks. We can't have any violence or weapons or weapon lookalikes. And then we shouldn't have any face or body paint because it gets on the furniture.
Hey guys,
I say it over and over and over and over again, and
I would say mainly you freshmen, just because you don't know. If you have to leave school for any reason, you have an appointment, you're going on a trip, you have a funeral, whatever it is, bring me a note first thing in the morning with your parent's signature telling me why you need to leave and at what time. I'll get you an early dismissal pass, and whatever time it says, you'll hand that to your teacher. You'll walk down, you'll sign out, and you'll say bye to me. When your parents call, because we get so many phone calls in a day, I have to call and interrupt class, and half the time you guys are taking tests. So the notes help me prevent myself from calling and interrupting a test or an exam or whatever it is. So do that. Bring me a note. Yeah, that's all I got. Just bring me a note. Make it easier for me and you.
At the OK Silver All-Conference Selection Meeting, the boys cross-country team had Jackson Jones, Greg Janisak, Jax Wilson, Noah Momber, Chris Landry, Isaiah Skowronek, and Cameron Hartwick earned all-conference honors. The Spartans also had Adam Ogg, Ethan Myers, and Lance Riddle earn all-conference honorable mention honors. Congrats, boys, on your great conference performance, and good luck Friday at regionals.
We're here with Mr. V.V. Annenborg, and he's going to tell you a little something about the game tomorrow.
Yeah, so we got a great opportunity Friday at 7 p.m. at Spartan Stadium to play the Whitehall Vikings. Kind of cool after doing a little research. Since 1950, Sparta has only won 2 playoff games, so our seniors could lead us to the third one. Tomorrow at 7, wear your camo because it's a camo out, and let's pack the house.
If you're going to the game, you're going to need to buy a ticket. The link's going to be right here. Now that VP Annenborg's gone, it's time to get hot!
7 o'clock Friday, Spartan Stadium, first playoff game. We're playing the Whitehall Vikings. We gotta smoke them.
It's gonna be a camo out, so wear your camo. You have to buy tickets online. Once again, go to the link right here. We'll put it all over the place. Make sure you buy a ticket, parents buy a ticket, neighbors buy a ticket, their neighbors buy a ticket, and let's go win this game. Pack the stands, go Sparta.
Hey Spartans, if you're looking for something fun to do this upcoming Halloween weekend, check out this link to see the fun activities available for you and your family to enjoy.
Seniors, if you have a 2.5 GPA or better, you may apply for the Burger King Scholarship. You can earn anywhere from $1,000 to $50,000. For more information, go to this link.
Welcome to Hot News, Spartans. A homeowner in Washington State catches a pumpkin thief with their Ring doorbell. The doorbell also caught this pumpkin head, taking them from the neighboring houses. Authorities followed the culprit and found the pumpkins would be thrown out of the car windows, in which after they would drive recklessly. Have a great day, Spartans.
Good afternoon, Spartans. I'm joined here with Taylor Smith, this week's Spartan Spotlight. So Taylor, tell me a little bit about the one-act play that you directed.
Well, it was student-led one-acts where we had 2 senior directors direct 2 short plays where they would be like roughly 40 minutes long. And mine was called All I Really Need to Know I Learned by Being in a Bad Murder Mystery. Very long title, but both shows were really funny, and we technically only had like 1 cast basically for both shows, but everybody did amazing. It was a lot harder than I had anticipated going into it,
Right.
but it was still fun doing it.
So is this your guys' first one-act directed student play, or have you guys done prior to this?
We actually have done this before. We've done this 2 years ago with 4 seniors, and it was really fun, so we wanted to try to do it again this year, and we're hoping to keep doing it so that more students have that opportunity that like really love theater.
And then you do graphic design at KCTC, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're in your second year, and when you're a second year, we do a lot of client jobs and stuff like that compared to our first year, which is a lot of curriculum. So like, when you started graphic design, was it something that you knew that you were gonna enjoy, or was it something that you just wanted to try?
So when I went for my visit at KCTC, my dad was the one that was really encouraging me to like visit the graphic communications program, partially because like he prints banners here, so he really wanted me to learn that. When I went there, I just loved all the stuff that they got to do there.
So in your opinion, what does Spartan Pride mean to you?
How like the community is connected with each other, and how people like show their connection with the community and helping out with the community as well. Like not just doing school events, but probably also doing something outside of sports and school.
Thank you, everybody, and this has been Taylor Smith. Alrighty, Mr. Smith, I'm here to talk to you today about your daughter, Taylor Smith.
So she's been doing plays since middle school, probably close to 8 years that she's been doing this. She's been involved with the front part as far as stage presence, and she's also been part of the backstage, and she's really kind of transitioned to doing a lot more of the backstage, and she's also been able to do some she did the one-act plays just recently this past fall.
Was that a shock to you when she did the one act, or was that something that you kind of expected eventually?
No, I think she was really excited to do that. I think she, that's something that's kind of like a rite of passage for those seniors, some of them that really enjoy doing that. And she just felt very honored and just really loved the experience to be able to work with the actors that she was able to work with.
How do you feel about her presence in graphic design at KCTC?
She's really been enjoying that. She does a great job. I mean, she's been doing great out there. Teachers love her. But she's really transitioned that to be able to help us here as well. She's done a lot of our, try to do printing for athletics, for individual teachers, the band.
And then do you feel that Taylor represents Spartan Pride?
Absolutely, there's no doubt. I mean, one, she's my daughter, so I'm gonna say that, but yeah, she does. She's just a very caring individual. She just wants to help people out. She's a hard worker and just has been doing a great job, has had a great 4 years at Sparta, just very blessed that she's been able to work with the teachers that she's had over the years that have really helped her progress and move along as well as she has.
Sean, give us a quote.
People say nothing is impossible, but that's wrong, because I do nothing every day.
Hi, I'm Trinity Skowronek, and I'm with Mr. Owens, and we are going to be talking about college experiences. So, Mr. Owens, what's your college experience?
Thank you so much for having me here today, Trinity. I'm a little bit too excited about talking about colleges because I have some strong opinions, but just so you know, they're just opinions. So I have a biology degree from Cornerstone, a teaching degree from Calvin. I got my math certification and math degree from Central Michigan and my master's degree from Western Michigan. And in those courses, I attended community college, GRCC, took some classes at Grand Valley, and took some classes at Michigan State. So I've like been around a lot of the schools in West Michigan. Oh, and I also took courses at Davenport.
Wow.
As well. I know. So I go into all these different places. So I have lots of opinions.
Okay.
And they were all really good schools. But then also added to that, I have 4 kids. And so I had 2 that went to Cornerstone and got their undergraduates from Cornerstone, and then 2 that went on and got master's degrees from the University of Alaska at Anchorage. Then another child that got a nursing degree with the combined curriculum program with Aquinas and Detroit St. Mary's. I think it's called Mercy now. A great nursing program, and then went on and got a doctorate from Duke. And then another child that went to GRCC and then Western. So spent a lot of time and effort working through different colleges. So again, that's part of the reason why I've developed such strong opinions about the college experience and how it should work.
And what are your opinions on how college should work?
Well, I think it's just really important to know what you would like to do when you get started. And if you don't know what you want to do, and this is just, the dad talking, it's just important not to rack up thousands and thousands of dollars in debt when you're not really sure what you want to do. So I'm a big proponent of GRCC and trying to figure that out ahead of time by taking AP classes, the Ferris English classes, and those experiences are really important. It can save you a lot of money. So I've had a couple of my kids that entered college as sophomores. They had enough credits in high school that they were able to take a year off of their college experience. So when you think about college, if you can shorten that, it's not just the amount of money that you pay that 4th year, it's also the lost income and job income that you have. So if you're paying $20,000 to $25,000 for education that last year, that's a $50,000 swing at least if you can make 25 grand. Maybe you can make more than that. So always thinking about what's the long-term price of the educational experience that you're trying to get. And then another thing that I found out in this experience is some of my kids were able to get college paid for afterwards.
Oh, okay.
So by working with the underserved, especially in education and healthcare, the federal government will kick in somewhere, a lot of times between $5,000 to $55,000, depending on your degree. And so those are another consideration as you think about, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what's going to happen after college. How can I get this paid for? What can I do to help myself get this paid for? Doing your research and doing your due diligence before you get started. Another piece of it when you're trying to determine where you want to go is, am I going to be able to get a job that's going to help me pay for it? So if you're going into medicine, you can afford to accumulate a large amount of debt because the income that you're hoping to make when you're done will help pay for it. But let's say that you want to be in education, which I think is awesome. You look at what the starting salaries are, and if you have to make a $400 payment for your college, plus your car payment, plus your rent or your mortgage, it just makes life tight for a really long time. So thinking about what this is going to cost me long term. Again, now we're back to GRCC. Oh, the other trick that you can use is freshman and sophomore year, take classes at GRCC in the summertime. So every credit that you can take at GRCC is going to save you a substantial amount of money towards the back end. Working really hard your freshman and sophomore year can pay off your senior year. Maybe you can graduate a semester early, or maybe you can take a lighter load so you can work more. All those things will make life a lot easier.
And then speaking of work, do you recommend work study?
Work study is awesome. I did work study and it's fantastic. Basically, I got to sit in the gym or sit in the weight room, keep track of people, check their IDs when they came in, but I was able to study. So work study is fantastic.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yes, and there are also other directions. Maybe the military is another way that you can get your education paid for. Another way is to look at associate's degrees that you can get to and then get a job. And then after you have the job, your employer will pay for it. Especially in the trades, like tool and die would be a great example of that, where you can get an associate's degree and then when you go back to school, they'll help pay for it. So being creative and finding ways to finance your education, it's out there. You just have to think about it a little bit.
And then what do you think about internships?
Internships are fantastic, not just for the credits that you can accumulate, but also for the networking. So it's not only a possibility, a lot of times it's required.
Okay.
So it's important, first of all, if you have to make that tough decision to change your major, a internship is a way that you can get that figured out. So you're there and you're actually doing the job, and you think, oh, this is awesome, or there's no way I can do this the rest of my life. And that's why I love the internships, and taking the career intern with Miss DR is fantastic. So you can try things out. Changing your major is expensive, and internships can help you solidify your choices. So doing internships early on, trying to get a job in the field. So for instance, if you want to be a nurse, you getting your CNA and then doing some work at a nursing home or a hospital is great. And then also, again, back to networking, you can get to know people in the field. It'll really help you as far as getting a job and moving forward.
Okay, that's good to know.
And one last thing while we're on there, just a word of advice, because I didn't know this going in, but if you go to college, make sure that you early on sit down with your advisor and have them sign your plan for your courses. Especially students that have gone to Grand Valley, over and over again, they do their credit audit at their 4th year, and they find out they have to come back for a 5th year. And it's not just Grand Valley, it's all over. So it's important that you have that signed by your advisor, and if you change your program or change your classes away from it, you go back to your advisor and have it re-signed. If you have to go that 5th year or have to take extra classes because you came to the spring semester of your senior year and the class that you have to have isn't being offered, it can be really difficult. So having a good plan, having that signed by your advisor, and then making sure that you follow your plan is very, very valuable.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Owens.
Yeah, and anytime you want to stop by and talk more about it, obviously I feel very passionately about it and have strong opinions. But again, let me say it again, they're only my opinions.